everybody, it's early January and it's still 55 degrees outside. Can you believe that? This is a theme, isn't it? In fact, on the way to get my meat, I saw some people sunning themselves today. Now, I have to remind you, I live on the seacoast in New England. That's not supposed to be happening. But I'll take advantage of it and I'll go out to the garden and harvest some more herbs for bouquet garni. I just have to laugh. I can't believe this. I want to go outside while this stuff is cooking and get a little sun myself. But anyway, today I'll be cooking one of my grandmother's dishes, which I loved this one as a child. Rôti de Boeuf à la Graine de Moutard. We'll be using some whole grain French mustard. I recommend you pick some of the stuff. Amazing flavor. In these dishes, you could use it where you would use just a standard mustard, and it just has a much better flavor and a consistency to it. Haricot vert, we have some French green beans. I will put those in the pot as well, but I will also have some of those as a side dish, and I will have a cream sauce that will have some citrus flavors to it. Yeah, it's really, really good. So that's about it. What do you say we start cooking? All right, let's chop some of the shallots up. That'll do. You don't want to chop these up too fine for this recipe as well. You do want to be able to see the onions when you're eating the dish. You don't want them to melt in, so therefore we will not dice them today. So what I will do is just fan these out. And just flip it around, get the other side. All right. Let's get some garlic into this recipe, and who doesn't love garlic? My father, as well as mon oncle Jean from the Cape, where he had a beautiful restaurant up there, taught me the trick where you just chop off the very end, give it a little whack, and the paper just comes right off, and then you can just chop it finely. You give it a little whack first, and it helps to puree it a little bit more. Very simple. Let's put together the bouquet garni. Look at this beautiful parsley. I mean, it's still January 7th, and I've got this still from the garden. So I'm just going to, I washed the leaves out already, and what I want to do is put it together with the thyme. And I have one piece of rosemary, which is not typically found in the bouquet garni, but I do like the flavor of it on occasion. I'll tuck a few leaves of the bay in there, and I'm going to kind of put this all together, and you can tie it with twine, but this is what I like to do. This is kind of fun to do. It keeps it kind of natural looking, and if you have a piece that's big enough, just tie it up with another piece of parsley. We're all set. So we're going to brown our beef next. We have our bouquet garni. I have my garlic. I have my shallots that are chopped. I will put in some little button mushrooms as well. All right, it's time to brown the beef. I have this great old cast iron pot, and I have some olive oil and some butter. That's a hot pan, and that's what you want, because you have to brown the sides. If you don't get it with a hot pan, it will steam. And you don't want to steam the meat, you want to brown it. The meat is nice and brown on all sides, so it's time to remove it. The only reason I want to remove it is I have to deglaze the pan a bit with some beautiful red wine. And let me just get a nice wooden spatula for that. Okay, so we'll put this at the bottom. Scraping up all the little bits, making a lot of noise. Don't tell anybody. It's good though. All right, let's replace the rest of the wine in there. Okay, we're scraping up all the little tidbits at the bottom of the pan. And now we can replace the meat over here. Put that aside. And put that right back in like this. We'll add our shallots to this, off to the side. And then we'll have our garlic. You can put that right on top or on the sides. It's all going to get in there. We'll put our mushrooms as well. These are little button mushrooms. These will go down to nothing, kind of like the onions will actually. And then we'll put our bouquet garni. But I do want to put also our mustard right now, and this will take about 6 tablespoons. And this is that great rustic mustard that has a wonderful grain to it, wonderful flavor. Once again, I hope you can pick some of this up. So it's 3, 4. Now these are heaping, so I'm going to stick with 5 and just put that throughout the pan. Okay, I do need to cover this up, and we're going to put that in the oven at 350 for for about an hour, and I'm going to check on it because I want to make sure the liquid levels are fine. You always want to make sure that you have about a ½ an inch of liquid at the bottom of the pan so you don't burn things. All right, I just took the pot out of the oven. It's again at 350 for about an hour. Potatoes don't have to cook as long, and so I'll put them in for the last hour over here. Just put them around the beef. I wanted to try the that beef stock is amazing with the shallots and the mushrooms and the mustard. That's really what does all the difference, is that wonderful mustard flavor. I'll cover that up. I'm going to put that in for another hour. I want to show you something though. It is now 63 degrees outside, and I want to show you a little bit of what I was doing just seconds ago. Can you see that? I was mowing my lawn. Yeah, January 7th, the dead of winter in New England. We should be freezing our boobs off, and we're not. I'm mowing the lawn. So my neighbors came outside and said, "So Denny, I smell something wonderful coming from your kitchen," because I have all the windows open in my house in the dead of winter. And they also wanted to know why I was cutting my lawn. They were a little concerned, I think, and I don't blame them. Okay, in the oven this goes. Hey everybody, it's time for us. That stove is hot. You might think I'd have learned by now. Time for a little afternoon coffee. I think I need it. It's fun to sip and snack while you're cooking. You're supposed to enjoy the whole experience, not just to get to the finish line. It's the entire process. Over here I have my creme fraiche sauce, which is going to be a citrus sauce. So I already added the juice of a teaspoon of a lemon, really. And now I have 1 lime over here, and I'll add the juice of that. And you don't have to worry about the seeds so much in the lime, because well, the ones that I have here, this is practically seedless. So I'll put the juice of 1 small lime, and I'll stir that up. We're going to let that heat up, and we're going to let that reduce a little bit as well. And that'll probably take about 20 minutes to ½ an hour. I'm in no rush. It's on a very low fire. It's on the back burner over there, which is the simmering one for sauces. And for the haricot vert, or the French green beans, we're going to put that in the boiling water over here, which I salted. I put a teaspoon of salt. And we're only going to put these in for about 5 minutes. So I don't want them to be overcooked. And after that, we're going to shock them by putting them in an ice bath so that they maintain their beautiful color. My goodness, the aroma coming out of this meal is phenomenal. We have a haricot vert, the French green beans, with a citrus creme fraiche sauce. And this meal is stunning. It smells phenomenal. And it has a wine base, it has shallots, it has mushrooms in it, and it has the French mustard. And this goes back 3 generations. I remember cooking it with my grandmother, with my mother, in the restaurants, in the kitchen over here. And it built such memories for me. And I wish that you can do that with your family as well. It is a 1-pot meal. It's actually very simple. But what you can do here is build memories that last a lifetime. So cook with your family and your friends and enjoy.